Overflows.
Innocence and enlightenment. Innocence and enlightenment are not the same, but the enlightened one is certainly innocent. However, his innocence differs from that of a child. A child's innocence is an unconscious state, a paradise lost. Classic epic poem of Milton that he composed in 1667, while the enlightened person has consciously regained innocence after experiencing and transcending knowledge and ignorance both. Remember, she has transcended both knowledge and ignorance. The enlightened state is characterized by a deep earned innocence that is not shallow like that of a child's. A child's innocence is natural but lacks depth. As their emotions and experiences are shallow and fleeting, this is an unconscious gift of nature before the mind becomes encumbered with knowledge and experience. Symbolically, this is what happens during the festival of Ganesh Utsav. During this period, for 9 days, you learn all about Ganpati, and then on 10th day, that means you gain knowledge. And then on the 10th day, the last day, when you submerge the idol of Ganpati into the ocean, it symbolizes that you have abandoned consciously all that you have known into the ocean to regain your innocence. This is symbolic. We do it like a ritual without understanding. But this is what exactly is the difference between the innocence of a child and that of an awakened one. Enlightened innocence is both conscious and deep. It is an innocence that has been earned through a journey of life, including acquiring knowledge and then transcending it. This is what is symbolized by 9 days of intense learning, and on 10th day, going beyond that, transcending beyond it by submerging it consciously into the ocean, not a ritualistic way. A state of paradise regained. Another epic poem of John Milton in 1671 that he wrote at the inspiration of John Elwood. It is the state of paradise regained after having lost the initial unconscious innocence. This innocence is the depth from experience. The depth and resilience of this innocence comes from having experienced and processed everything so that nothing can distract or destroy it. This is a state of wonder, a state of awe. It is described as a state of freedom from both knowledge and ignorance, a state of total awe and wonder. A child is ignorant while the enlightened one has gone through the process of knowing and through that has become free of the need to know. This is a deeper state than ignorance or just knowing. This is an expression of experience. The child did not have the experience that led to a deep, unshakable innocence. The enlightened person has had those experiences and is no longer distracted by them. The innocence of a child has a similarity to that of the innocence of an enlightened one, but it is not exactly the same. Because of this similarity, many mystics have used childhood as an example, but don't know anything about what happens in the innermost world of the enlightened one. You need some examples of something that you know about. So, one thing has to be remembered: all those examples are not exactly what will happen to your ultimate state of realization, but they are certainly some indications. The child is innocent. The child is innocent, but his innocence is more ignorance than wisdom. He cannot, you cannot call a child wise. The innocence is natural, but ignorance also exists side by side with his innocence. They are almost together, but one thing is there is a spontaneity in the child. The child's innocence is overshadowed by his experience, but complemented with his spontaneity. The enlightened one also has some innocence, but there is no longer any overshadowing ignorance and spontaneity. His innocence is absolutely pure, unpolluted, and uncontaminated. And because his innocence is no longer associated with ignorance, it brings a transformation to the very quality of his innocence. It becomes a wisdom. A child is ignorant, the enlightened one is wise. Although the innocence has the same quality, but the association has changed. The child has same innocence but associated with ignorance. As a result, it has no value. The enlightened one has the same innocence but is no longer associated with ignorance. This has immense value. Wisdom has blossomed. The child does not know, but he does not know that he does not know. The enlightened one also does not know, but he knows it. That, but he knows it, and this makes the great difference. Because the child does not know, he is ignorant. He is bound to accumulate knowledgeability to cover up his ignorance. He also wants to be knowledgeable like anybody else, as quickly as possible. The wise man is no longer ignorant, hence, he does not need any knowledge. With ignorance, knowledge has also gone, dissolved, disappeared. Both ignorance and knowledge disappears. Innocence, the real innocence, the innocence of an awakened one, rests on two pillars: ignorance and knowledge. He has discarded both these pillars. Now his innocence stands without any support of ignorance or knowledge. He has gone beyond. It is just like when you are sick, you need medicines, and when you are healthy again, the medicine is of no value. It can be thrown away. Knowledge is a medicine for ignorance. When you when you donate all your medicines, give it to Lions Club or any other place, there is no ignorance in it, isn't it so? The wise man is not knowledgeable. His wisdom has a totally different quality. He sees. He is a seer. He is not informed, but he is transformed. He envisions things, not through the normal cognizance of the mind and the way the mind knows, but his way of understanding is of a totally different quality. It is he envisions through something that cannot be explained in words. He has come to a new state of consciousness from where he can see far, far away, even beyond time and space. I'll continue with this when I explain P.D. Ospensky and Gurdjieff used similar examples to explain the stage of consciousness from where he can see far beyond the time and space. Such is the state of an awakened one. And when you are capable of seeing things beyond time and space from where you are, that is known as visions. Enough for now.